Good evening, everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful day. Just going to share the link and we will get started here in just a moment. All right. All right, as always, it will be recorded. So I'm going to go ahead and start real quick and we'll go through the updates. What happened today? Fed, FOMC, we had a rate decision and they did it by 75 basis point, which is in a way, it's kind of good. They did that. I think it was priced in most likely, but we'll see tomorrow what they do if they're going to set it off. Usually the trend has been the next day we are seeing the actual reaction of the FOMC. So we'll be seeing what they do tomorrow. On SPY, I'll definitely be watching 380.50 area, which is right here. I think after hours, we are well above that right now, but we'll see where we open. As long as 380.50 holds and we get above, I think we are going to head up to almost 390 to fill this gap, at least for the moment. And then it might retrace and then head back up a little bit to fill this gap at 401. So we'll see what they do tomorrow. So the key level to watch tomorrow is 380.50 and above that 385 and then 389. On the Qs almost filled the gap today. It almost got there at 288, but we'll see what they do tomorrow. If they can push it through this, I'm expecting to see at least 290 to 291. If it gets through this, I think it's going to head up to 300, 299 area to fill this gap. And honestly, you've been seeing a lot more tech. Tech was really strong today. Tech has been seeing a lot more call activity, such as Amazon, Google, Meta, which is Facebook now. So I was seeing a lot of activity in those names. So definitely keep an eye on the tech world tomorrow because it has been beaten down quite a bit. Although on the VIX, VIX, I would like to definitely see below 30, stay below 30 tomorrow and, come all the way back down to this 27 area. If it breaks 27 area, we are going to definitely come all the way back down. But as you guys know, this is your 50 SMA. If you guys have been following me, this blue thick line, it needs to break this with volume and come back down. So watch 27 level. You might get a bounce on that one if we open around there tomorrow on VIX. Below 27, I'm bullish on overall market. Tesla is just amazing. It had strength all day today. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this one tomorrow. If it opens above 700, I'll definitely buy calls on this one and ride it all the way up to 730, 735 area. As you can see, there's a trend right here. If it breaks through this tomorrow around 740 area, which is, it'll be around 740 tomorrow. It will continue all the way up to 790 area, but we'll see what they do over here. This is not going to break that easily. But definitely above 700, I'm all in for calls on Tesla. Below 700, I'll go puts. Let's move into Amazon. Amazon filled the gap today. This is like a triple bottom. If you see 1, 2, and 3, we have a triple bottom on Amazon right here. It did fill the gap right here at 109 area. If it opens above that, of course, the next resistance we have is your 9 EMA, which is at 1111.2, right, as of now. But if it breaks above that, I think this is going to go ahead and fill this gap as well right here. If you can see, let's mark it real quick, around 116. So it will head up to 116 to fill this gap before it comes back down. So definitely all eyes on Amazon tomorrow too, because there has been call activity for 110 and 115 calls for this week and next week. Google, who followed this trade idea? We had this trade idea, I believe, in earlier in the week, either Sunday or Monday, I believe. We did say that, buy around 215, 2115 area. and it bounced right at it. The lows for that one was 2116. So close enough, 1 point. But today it did reject this 9 EMA. So I would be really, really careful tomorrow. If it gets above today's high, I would definitely go ahead and buy calls. Again, as I said, they have been hammering calls on the tech side at the end of the day. So definitely all eyes open tomorrow. Meta, Facebook, for some reason, they are buying quite a bit. They are buying 177.50s for this week. They were buying 187.50s for next week. And oddly, they're also buying 420 strike for January 2024. So it's definitely, I mean, I'm not going to go for that 420, but all eyes are open tomorrow above 172.70, which was your previous high or a couple of days ago right here. It will go fill the gap at this 175 area, and above that it's going to head up to 180. So I will be really, really closely watching Meta tomorrow on any dips. If I get a dip around 168, 169, I'll definitely buy this one couple weeks out. Costco, I'm patiently waiting for this one to break on either side. We already have our trade idea right here. I am patiently waiting on this one. It is still getting really tight here. I need to see which way it's going to break. If it breaks below 451, it is headed all the way down to 440s, low 440s. So guys, this will be a really, really nice trade. So definitely keep an eyes open on this one. As long as it keeps rejecting this 9 EMA, even with the market strength today, it could not get and close above 9 EMA, which is at 462 currently. But above, if it breaks above this 465, cut all your calls and go long. PayPal, I really like this chart. I did share this chart on our public Twitter today. It is double bottoming right here. We got into calls today on this one. It is already paying, but it still has room to go. They are buying July 85 calls. July 85 calls, and I really, really like this one. I think this can head all the way up to 84 area in coming weeks if market participates. It will go ahead and fill this gap at least before it comes back down. So definitely keep an eye on this one tomorrow. Above 78 area, I think it has still room to push upside, but wait for a dip to get back in this one. Don't rush into this trade because we were already up a decent amount on this one when we entered this trade. All right, oil. We played oil instead of XM, but we had a trade idea on this one too. As we said, this 9 EMA would reject around 98 area. You can short it, and boom, there it was. Oil sold off all day today. But we played Oxy instead. A partner played Oxy. He played Oxy at the rejection at this 50 SMA, and it paid beautifully. We have been in this swing quite a bit, and oil has been paying handsomely. So keep an eye on this one. If the market's going to go up, definitely keep a close eye on oil. It might sell off a little bit. It might calm down. Apple put a doji in today. I'll be watching 133.80 area. If it breaks below that, I would go short. But there's a right resistance at 139.20. That is your 9 EMA would be your resistance, which is pretty close. Honestly, I would trade shares on Apple, but if it breaks below 133, I would add puts if you're in there already. All right, there's a request to look at Roblox. Roblox closed right at this resistance at this 50 fib level right here, and the 9 EMA closed below that one. So as long as it stays below 29.50 area, I would stay short on this one. And honestly, I would wait till the end of the day to see if it closes below that, because there has been a lot of volatility in the market. So give some room. We are in this puts right now. We'll see how it does tomorrow. It's a small position, so definitely keeping an eye on this one. We entered a little bit early, and hey, today it was a growth stocks day. It kept running. DIY. DD Global. DD Global is, as you can see, sound of peace. It is rejecting this 100 SMA. That is your brown thick line right here. and this is your fib level as well. I would not go long about on this one as long as it's below 2.9. Above 2.9, if you're already in longs, I would go ahead and add to it. I really like this, the way it's bottoming right here, and it's trying to break through that. There was a nice volume a few days ago, but today, of course, there was some uncertainty due to FOMC. So I would definitely keep an eye on this one. Above 2.9, I would go long. The other one I was looking at, Baba too. Baba filled this gap. We played this one. This one was beautiful trade. Guys, this one already came back down and filled the gap. I think this one still has room. If it can get above 110, I think it makes, this is how it's going to go. You know, it's coming right here. It's going to go head up back up to 120s. They were buying July 125 calls. So I would definitely keep an eye on this one tomorrow as well if you're into these Chinese stocks. All right, folks, this is all I have for today. So crowd, let's see crowd. All right, we have a few more requests. We'll go over real quick. Crowd, Sarah, I like this setup actually, although it did close below this 90 EMA, but if market participates tomorrow about 165, I would go long. But there's also a resistance right away right here. I'm just eyeing this trend right here. What's this trend? If market goes green, you can see this trend all the way up to this. It might go up to 173 area and fill this gap. So about 165, I'm long on this one. Below that, it's a short. Lows. Ouch. Lows pretty much close flat. Well, there you go. I mean, it needs to hold this 177. It's trying to hold on to it, but I also don't like how the sell volume is increasing. If you can see right here, I don't like that. Tomorrow, honestly, I would stay away from this one for now. Below 177, I'm short on this one. It's going to go all the way down to 170. Jenny, Oxy, I did just do it, but here, I'll do it real quick for you right here. Oxy is a short every time it's going to hit its head up to 62 area. Every time. But above 62.50, I would cut my loss and move on. But as long as it stays below this 50 SMA, it's a short. So any bounce, it's a short. PayPal, I already did that. Jenny, go ahead and watch the recording. I'm going to post the link here in a little bit. You can go ahead and watch the recording, but it's right here. We're already in this trade. I know you're in the room, so I hope you entered this trade with us today. I still like this one. I really like this one. I will take some more profits off around 78, 79 area, which is your 9 EMA, but I will hold on to my half position all the way up to see if we can fill this gap around 84. All right, folks, this is all I have for today. I will take your leave. And I will post this recorded link again if you guys want to go over it real quick. Oh, don't be sorry. It's all good. All right. See you all tomorrow.